Fishing has been a surprisingly disappointing gold maker in Wrath with rock bottom prices and fierce competition. Well, I'm here to tell you it's all gonna change in Phase 2 and you'll easily be making 500 gold per hour in the most relaxing and low effort way. I'll share my favorite spot and secrets to ramp up your gold even more. But before we talk about why fishing is suddenly making a comeback as one of the best gold makers and how to make 500 gold per hour, you should know about the upgraded fishing daily. In Phase 2, the daily you can pick up from Marcia Chase can give storm jewels as a possible reward, which function as epic gems. That means the fishing daily can be anywhere from 400 to 700 gold per hour depending on your luck and gem prices. And there's also a gold making secret related to the fishing daily I'll get to later. While I'm doing the fishing daily, let me explain why fishing is becoming so profitable and how you can take advantage. Basically, people just didn't use that many consumables in Nexramas. But Ulduar is hands down the hardest and longest raid we've seen in any version of Classic. And with every raid wipe in Ulduar, the DPS will be rebuffing with a fish feast or dragonfin food buffs. On top of that, the typical fights are much longer than in Phase 1, so everybody will be using a pre-pot and a mid-fight potion as well. And that means the big secret to making 500 gold per hour is to fish up materials for raid consumables. Think about those 15 plus DPS players popping speed or wild magic potions on every pull. Even better, every wipe leads to higher and higher prices as guilds ram into the hard mode walls. Subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell to celebrate higher fish prices. So where should I be fishing for maximum profit? We're going to primarily be fishing for raid materials like pygmy suckerfish and dragonfin angelfish. The best spot to fish for those is at Lake Ndule and Dragonblight. Begin fishing at a dragonfin angelfish school at the lake. Once the pool is empty, you can fly to the next pool and continue fishing. If there aren't any pools, just keep power fishing while you wait for respawns. The one downside of Lake Ndule is that there can be crowds at peak hours. If you're desperate for dragonfin, doing a loop of the lake, the West Wing camp, and the river east of Dragonblight is a good backup plan. Or skip the dragonfin entirely and fish muscleback sculpin at Lake Kamuya and Borean Tundra. Another great option is glacial salmon pools northwest in Grizzly Hills. You'll still be getting suckerfish, but without the crowds. I'm consistently able to fish up 325 fish per hour. With current server prices at 3 gold per pygmy suckerfish and 60 silver per dragonfish, I'm typically able to make 500 to 550 gold per hour. As guilds start pushing for more hard modes in Ulduar, I expect prices to rise further and then stabilize. So how can I optimize my gold per hour? You'll need 380 fishing skill to fish up dragonfin angelfish, so having a minimum of 280 fishing level and an aerodynamic fish attractor is recommended. Fishing skill will also determine how many junk catches you get. For maximum gold per hour, we want to avoid junk catches by reaching 475 skill. This can be done by maxing out fishing to 450 and then by using a lure or the Master Kalawak fishing pole. I'm also using Fishing Buddy Classic. It automatically lures my rod and I can fish just by pressing the right mouse button. You might be thinking, but how do I even track the pools efficiently? Well, you'll need to enable Find Fish to see the pools on the minimap. If you don't have Find Fish, just keep fishing in pools until you get a crate containing a weather-beaten journal. What if I want to make even more gold from fishing? One fantastic idea is to pair fishing with alchemy. I leveled my alchemy on a death knight to specifically make and flip potions. Also, remember that sell prices will always be at their highest on raid days for both the materials and the finished potions. There's also a simple formula to guarantee profit with pygmy suckerfish alchemy. You get on average 1.5 pygmy oil per fish used, so as long as each fish you buy is 63% or less of the price of the finished oil, you'll be breaking even. Another key secret for fishing profit is to understand that the fishing daily drives prices down, especially on mega servers. You can keep an eye out for which daily is active and you can typically snag cheaper fish from the relevant zone. And if you get burnout from fishing, check out my 10 open world gold farms for easy profits next.